Hey W's, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about BTS and HYBE and get into the real controversy that has been going on. I have a lot of thoughts on today's video and wanted to clear some of the misunderstanding I had with the whole situation, and maybe misunderstanding you may have. I also want to get into Jennie from Blackpink being scared over someone who everyone is saying is a stalker. I have a lot of thoughts on this. So grab your dumpling and tea spilling mug merch and let's jump into the tape. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first, leave your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to get into today is what happened with HYBE. So recapping just a little bit more. Apparently during the HYBE conference that recently happened, it was announced that HYBE will be collaborating with Wattpad and Webtoons again to recontinue their stories. BTS is known for their stories, and this is likely going to be a continuation of what is highly requested to continue the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series. It's not 100% confirmed, I don't think, but it's just assumed. Now, they just used a Photoshop photo of BTS and this poster called Seven Fates, which apparently is a story that already exists. I didn't know this. As I said, I am not on Wattpad, and it didn't occur to me that they would use a real story from Wattpad, like a real title. So apparently this story has a lot of gay innuendos and just gay in there that had shipped the members quite a bit, and people felt like BTS were uncomfortable with this, thinking maybe HYBE was going to make a gay story of them. But HYBE came out and said this was just an example that was used to demonstrate, and it wasn't actually going to be a gay story. But it's interesting that they picked that story to use as an example. People were angry because ships are something people see as something that makes the boys uncomfortable. And the only reason labels don't stop these ship stories or step in is because it's a huge part of any fan base, and by stepping in, it ruins the fun of being in the fandom, and labels are then scared it's going to reduce their sales. And so labels usually encourage this as it does help their sales. Now, I am not for ships that are underaged and stories on there that are romanticizing two underage people to the extent where they're describing two underage people doing something gross. This is not okay. But in BTS, they would all be over the age. Now, as I mentioned before, a lot of the reason is that even when it's underage people, labels don't step in. I am talking generally, not HYBE, but generally they don't step in because of sales. So there was this uproar online that HYBE was going to make a gay story because Seven Fates was apparently a gay story, and that HYBE would be like the other labels and push a gay story to get more sales. I hope that's clear. That was difficult for me to understand. So then it became a thing where the internet and netizens were extremely upset at HYBE for apparently doing this and using BTS. Even after the statement where they said the story was just an example they were using, there was this trend online that asked BTS to leave HYBE and for HYBE to stop using BTS for money. This got even bigger because during this time, the announcement that HYBE was doing NFTs, and apparently HYBE was selling digital photo cards, but these photo cards were tied to the NFTs. So these photos actually represent the tokens they were selling. So instead of buying Bitcoin, you buy a Jungkook photo card, and eventually when the value of that Jungkook card goes up, you'd be able to use it as money just like using Bitcoin. But people did not like this as they felt HYBE was supposed to be about music and not all this stuff. I wouldn't get into my opinion about that here. So if you want to see that, go to yesterday's video. But the other thing was apparently that BTS was selling a mini photo card set for $74. And then apparently there was this big uproar online and people started canceling their order as they felt like HYBE was taking advantage of ARMYs. I don't know how many orders were actually canceled, but it seemed like people were very upset over the idea that these products were so expensive. Some even claimed that HYBE was money hungry and that this goes against BTS's whole ideology. BTS is a big stakeholder in HYBE and probably has these decisions, or at least final approval of these decisions. The people getting mad don't understand how the industry works. I really believe this industry is created by people not wanting to know the truth. What I am about to say is no secret, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to know and are probably going to be mad, but I don't filter anything on here, so here goes. The industry is a business. Its main job is to make money. That doesn't mean no one in the industry doesn't like what they do. There's this big misconception that if you like money, you don't like what you do. That's not true. People get into it because they love it, but they need money to keep doing it and not have to find another job. There's people that have told me that the actors they see on TV are doing it for fun and then they go work at an office on their time off. No, the sales they make from that show goes to the actors, or they're already paid millions to have done it. But people can't do jobs in the entertainment industry for free. When you pick a career that you want to do, it's likely fueled to some extent by money. You likely wouldn't choose to be a doctor if you only made $2 an hour. 10 plus years of studying to make $2 an hour, you'd pass on that. BTS are businessmen. They understand business and they are a business. price. The money you spend on HYBE, they get some of that. And likely they know that the prices are high. But they may not object to it because it's supply and demand. They know how many cards they can make. They know how long it takes to produce it and how many they have in their inventory. And they calculate the cost of everything, how much it takes to make the cards, how much to pay for labor since HYBE employees are paid well. Also how much to pay for shipping costs, and then how much to pay for the electricity and gas and everything that keeps the building running. Oh, and health insurance and all that for the employees. And lastly, how much profit they need to make by the end of the year. Take that number and divide it by how many photo cards they are predicting to sell, and that is the price they need to price the photo cards. And thus you see it at $74. High, yes, but they wouldn't even be able to sell it by that much if the demand for these cards weren't so high. There's so much demand and little supply. You raise the price. So the demand then goes down a bit and you don't sell out so fast, so the people who really want it can actually get it. Now that's my opinion on their business model. I don't know if this is how they do it, but this is how a lot of businesses do it. Now while this controversy was happening, it seemed like BTS was online and they decided to hop on Weverse and talk to armies. One army wrote that BTS should leave HYBE, and Jin apparently actually saw this comment and responded. He responded, why? I do wonder if Jin knows what is going on the internet, and it's interesting why he would even respond to a comment like that because it's obviously a hate comment. And usually the boys will choose to ignore that. But my conspiracy is that he knew what was going on. He was just very confused why the company was getting so much hate over doing what literally every other business does. So he decides to write back why. He probably knows that it would have caused people to talk about it, and thus he can actually understand why people are mad. It always feels like a double standard with them. Like other businesses or companies can literally use the same business practice but not be called money hungry or whatever, but when HYBE does it, they're awful people and BTS needs to leave. I don't think BTS will leave, and I hope they don't get discouraged for doing this. God forbid they, a business, tries to generate more business. There's a reason why everyone calls these labels companies. What is the primary job of a company? To make money. But then the Pikachu meme when company actually tries to make money. Companies will continue to do whatever they need to do to survive, and it is important to look past the rainbow and sunshine and see that the people you love to watch or listen to need support to be able to keep doing their job. And if you want to keep seeing them make videos or make music, then support them. And if you can't do that, that's okay. But don't ask them to stop trying to make money because they have to. Companies have been getting a lot of backlash recently and a lot of people talking. YG was under a bit of criticism when some guy had spent $30,000 on a billboard outside of YG to get Jennie from Blackpink's attention. Apparently he had done something similar with a Filipino actress and people were scared that Jennie might be scared. Fans were saying that it was so weird that his placement of the billboard was right outside of YG and he was trying to get her to see it. And she likely has seen it, but thinks it's weird. This guy clearly has money, but wasn't able to get Jennie's attention through normal ways. People like Blackpink are always attending events and things like that. Those events are like open doors to people with money and investors. Why not meet Jennie normally? But people were scared to think that he might do something else since he put this so close to YG. Fans have also alleged that this man is a scammer and has allegedly scammed several companies in the past. So this billboard definitely caused a huge stir online, and people were hoping that Jennie isn't too freaked out by this, and hopefully once the billboard is over, she will no longer have to see that, because that's a little embarrassing. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so to keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. Currently, we have over 400 videos that are already up on there that you have access to the moment you sign up. So if you want to go over there and check it out, as well as have fun interacting and all of that, and the link is in the top description down below. There's also a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. The video is on the front page and it's free to watch. With that said, there's two videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.